Prepare to attack.
And we're in. We're live. Here we go. Awesome Volskaya Industries is on board here, home of giant robots and Zarya and Omnix, etc., etc. So, we're going to take a look at this. It's going to be defense first for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Not a super huge surprise there. I think their composition lends itself to playing a little more defense here, but I think this is going to be pretty much the composition you're going to see out of Ninja in Pyjamas all day. If you've been following them at all, they run triple tank, triple support. Yeah, this has been a new wrinkle on it as well. This is something that I believe they ran in their Finland World Cup matches, you know, as a lot of these players are on that Finland team. So they add in a fourth tank and get rid of their Zenyatta. So Zappis on the Winston here. So this is a lot of meat on the field, so to speak. Zappis will play Winston. Kinnel is on the Ana. Himzi will play Roadhog. Fraggy on Reinhardt. Seta will play Lucio. Mafu on Zarya. 4 tank, double support. Interesting stuff. What does Reunited have to try to crush this? Balotaja has been playing an insane Tracer lately. I think Tracer's actually really good against this composition. We'll see what work he can get done. Morte, for the moment, is on Ana. He may be switching to a Zenyatta. We will see. They're running their own variation of this. Kib on Roadhog. Cruz will play Lucio. Unfixed on Zarya. Winghaven will play the Reinhardt. So 3 tanks, double support, and a DPS for Reunited. We'll see what Balotaja can get done right out of the gate here. A lot of times you want to get your Tracer right in there. Yeah, exactly. Get the blink, open the front door. What you want to do as Tracer now is just to not die, keep the team on their heels, make sure you can get behind them, pull them back behind the lines. It's exactly what she's going to be trying to do there. She goes in over top, trying to dislodge Kinnel from there, but Seta has Kinnel's back, unable to dislodge him. They are going to rotate around here as they try to get in. Winghaven trying to clear up some space, keep his team alive. They've got some decent positioning now. Winghaven goes for the fire strike, gets a couple. That hook misses. Now he has Zarya in his sights. Winghaven on the front lines, misses his charge, gets himself completely out of position, but Unfixed, Kib, and Morte have no problem cleaning up the damage that he started. They will take this point rather easily. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, is that just how Volskaya is going to go with these compositions. It's just difficult to get a notion of that, as we don't see Volskaya a super lot. Balotaja already with his pulse bomb up is going to be looking for some purchase in the background. They do make a switch. Zappis comes off that Winston. He is on Zenyatta. That is going to be the prime pulse bomb target. The Reinhardt Nana boost comes down. He goes all the way in. Unfixed trying to get some work done too. That pulse bomb did not go off just yet for Balotaja as he's trying to get it. Earth Shatter comes down. Winghaven takes out his opposing number. A couple kills from Reunited really early here as they continue to keep the pressure on. They have to win this fight pretty decisively right now, and it does seem to be going their way. Zapp is all alone up here trying to get his damage done, but no one around to help him. He's going to have to drop down. That is never what you want to have to do as a Zenyatta there. They get the sound barrier as well. Graviton's going to come in. A great Graviton to keep them all off of the point to try to get even more of this. They do knock down Fraggy, who was Nana boosted, but that nice shield keeps Kib alive as he's able to pressure in as well. The Zarya shield keeping Kib completely healthy in that situation as well. They're going to have to wait for this whole hog to come out, but decent delay tactic coming out for this NIP team as Zappis does get a kill. Zappis now with Transcend as well. He had to sacrifice himself onto the point earlier, but now getting a ton of work done, adds another kill on Morte. Zappis bringing this back for his team, and what looked like it should have been Reunited's point is going to be a nice hold for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Very well done there.
My ultimate is charging.
So Kib very far back right now as he tries to rejoin the fray. Himzi with a nice hook onto Unfixed there. That's going to really delay their next push. So now the tanks are just running kind of poke tank here. You're going to be looking for jump hooks and things like that. Let's see if Himzi can land another one. Yeah, he's just going to be peeking. He just wants to kind of throw those hooks left or right. He's got a target now. Tries to blind hook it. Does miss that. So just kind of a slow poke here as everyone gets back to the front, which takes forever for the offense on Volskaya Industries. They want to take the slow ride? No, they do not. They just want to get some damage in here. They may be waiting for their own Ana ults. It seems like that is the case, as Morte is just kind of slowly waiting. Now is the time to go as that Ana ult goes in. The Ana ult does come down, but Graviton does everything to deny it. The grenade keeps everyone from getting healed up, and that is a huge cleanup. Ana v Ana violence as both teams Pajamas hit their Nana boost. Yeah, we might be seeing that a little more lately. It was the Mercy meta for a while, like which team's going to use Transcend first? Well, which team's going to use the Ana ults first is now one of the questions to keep an eye on. So they both use Ana ult, the Graviton comes in, but a nice Bio Grenade to keep everyone in that Graviton from getting healed up, and NIP with a very easy cleanup right there. Graviton comes in now from Reunited. A hook brings them all in. Balataja hits the pulse bomb. Big Bang Theory in full effect as they add in a couple other kills. It is 6v2 right now on the point. They need to get bodies on here to start getting this turned over. They do get it turned over. A nice Graviton and cleanup in response for Reunited. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left in their time bank.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
Alright, we'll see if anything different comes out from either side, as both are running variations of triple tank, triple support, which, you know, oddly enough has worried some people in the community. Is this just what we're seeing from now on? Although it's not that everyone's running the exact same composition, but it does seem to be a reluctant transition towards adding more tanks into the composition with an Ana as well. So you saw Reunited run a variation of it. Of course, Valataja did stay on the single DPS in the Tracer, and actually probably was the reason they cracked that open. Big Bang is just too good because the Pulse Bomb absolutely wrecked some people there after the Graviton. So, Reunited now on the defense is going to play, well, looks like they're playing 4 tanks, single support 2, or double support. So no DPS on the defense here. Valataja rotating off of that Tracer now onto a Winston himself. So exactly what Ninjas and Pyjamas ran on their first defense. Take a look in the library here, see what Reunite, or what Ninjas and Pyjamas rather, has set up for us on the offense. It does look similar to what they ran last time, of course the one wrinkle being Zappis. Do they have every piece of that combo? Yeah, the best combination in the game right now. It is a 3-piece combo, but it is absolutely unstoppable. Literally unplayable againstable unless you kill everyone. Yes, that's a term. So what you do is you get the Graviton going, and then Graviton Dragon Strike has always been good, but the other team can transcend out of it, even though they're not running a Zenyatta necessarily at this point. And how you negate that is you drop a Bio Grenade on it, and there's really nothing you can do about that. Just literally nothing. You all die. Alright, so Himsy is going to be on the Roadhog. He's going to be looking for early hooks here, maybe jump hook around the corner, but Reunited is holding far enough back. Actually, let's take a look at Zappis as his bow is going to be looking for purchase early on here. Some interesting defensive positioning for Reunited, just taking that high ground, letting them in for free, not holding on the front door, but it's definitely a strategy that they're trying to get in. That shield is not going to be long for this world, as they are just pelting away at it. Giant engagement comes in as Valataja jumps in, tries to get something down. Kib takes down Himsy very early on, which is going to really hurt this push, as one of your biggest entries is a Roadhog getting a hook kill. So the Roadhog did get a defensive hook kill, no offensive hook kill, and yeah, they're going to take that and just back out off of it. So Zappa's going to be looking for some damage just for free here, trying to get the Dragon Strike going, get some good eyes on the team with that Sonic Arrow as he rotates around to take a different angle. Fraggy right now all alone on the point, but he's fine just getting that for free. Shield is pretty healthy right now at 1100. Can Himsy hit a hit? That is a nano-boosted Winghaven with a Zarya shield coming right at Himsy. That is not a great situation. However, they only were able to focus him down, so that is the one kill. It seems like that is the kill that they want on their entry time and time again. They've soloed out Himsy twice, trying to just really cut one of the engines of this composition out. If you can take out the Roadhog, that makes everyone feel much safer in the angles that they want to push. Again, Zappas up here trying to get the free damage on his Hanzo. No one really contesting him. He does take a giant shot. Wow, Morte! Just as I say, no one really contesting a Morte with 2 giant Ana snipes comes in. So Fraggy does come in here with the Nana-boosted Reinhardt. He's swinging away. He should have Earth Shatter at the end of this, which is a nice cleanup. After this will fade. Can he find a place to put it? No, he's got Winghaven right in his face. He's getting beamed down from above as well. Fraggy does get the Bio Grenade to keep him alive. Is this over, though? The Nano Boost comes in from Valataja's Winston as well. They tried to Earth Shatter, did not hit much. Ninjas and Pyjamas completely stifled so far. They're going to try to come in around it. The hook comes in, but Unfix is able to get his Zarya out of it. Another Nana Boost comes down. That is Fraggy again. Look how fast that charges. We just saw this show. Fraggy trying to get some more on, but they are all stuck in the Graviton. Where is the follow-up port? It is just the Winston cleave, but that seems to be enough. Zappa's trying to get some stuff done on this Tracer as he's switched off. He does have 3 kills now. This cleanup crew is doing well, but he did not see the Roadhog hiding in the corner. That is going to put a stop to that push. Much better situation for them there. I think they weren't getting what they wanted off of the Hanzo in particular, so you did see a switch as Zappas went over to the Tracer momentarily. He almost brought it back as he got 3 kills, but now Zappas is on the Zenyatta, which they will need for this next push. They are going to take it here. They've at least bullied Reunited off of the left high ground. Now the right high ground is where they're going to be hanging out. So Fraggy with that ultimate up. A nice charge is able to take out Winghaver, but not after Kib takes out Himsy. Himsy has died again very early in the fight. They are focusing him for sure. The Earthshatter comes down to stop that. A charge right into the wall as Fraggy goes down there. They're looking for the cleanup now as Winghaven, and yeah, this has just been all nano-boosted Reinhardts going to town on each other. Himsy has been the main target on their entry kills, and they're in trouble now. 30 seconds left. Only 1 ult up. They will have Kennel's ultimate up momentarily, as well as Lucio, so last good push incoming. Himsy needs to maybe try to stay alive. Gotta get these entry kills here. That is the purpose of your Roadhog. So they're going to rotate around right side and take some of this low ground here, but this should be a huge brawl. Graviton should be incoming from Mafu at any second here. There it is. Graviton on the other side as Mafu taking out Zappas, though, does take out one of his own as all ultimates are being thrown onto this point. Does Zappas have enough to get to Fraggy in the backline and keep him alive? Do they have the legs to sustain this fight? They do focus out Unfixed and take him down a very late. Ana ult comes in on Kib, and that is going to be Fraggy cleaning that up. Late on that ult, that is going to be a first point capture for Ninjas and Pyjamas at the very last second. Regardless, though, they cannot feel good about their situation. They only have 4 minutes left to take this last point. Their time bank is not going to be in the greatest of shape just yet, but we'll see if they can bust it out. However, the Ice Queen on the field as Kib switches over to our good friend May, already with the spray game being strong. So really cutting off that angle. Himsy does take down Valatajo. It's nice to see him on the left side of the kill feed to start this fight off. It's been a rough go of it so far today. Nana Boost does come in onto Fraggy as he's trying to clean up his other numbers. The tank's getting good work done. Winghaven goes down. That wall is going to block them off from getting more kills, but it also blocks them off from being able to re-engage. Because they wanted that Blizzard. Look at the circumference of this thing. Covers up most of the entire point. Mafu did take down Kib during that engagement, though. Fraggy is not caught up into that Graviton, but now he swings over into it, is able to keep people alive. Got Valataja. There should be an Earthshatter incoming from Fraggy that might be able to close this out. He is sleep darted at the moment, just taking a brief siesta. Here comes the Graviton, and yeah, you would have to think that Earthshatter is right after. There it is. The cleanup as he sweeps the floor with a hammer, doing some masonry work. That should be it as they bullied out the remainder of it. They're going to try to get this charge. Another Nana boost.
Our enemies are taking the point.
Wow.
Round 2 complete. Score 2-2.
All right. Well, it did take them a little bit longer, Ninjas Pyjamas, but it actually did not end up being as bad as it could have been. Mostly because Ninjas had a really nice stall on their last point defense on their first go-around, so they were able to bring some of that clock back. And as rough as it looked for their first point offense, they did gut it out to get there in time. So it was very close to just being map already for Reunited. But the story of the game so far is Ana's ult charges pretty fast, and these teams are utilizing it extremely quickly. Fraggy's been in a couple situations where he's gotten double Ana ults in the same life. And of course, those Ana ults end up snowballing into Reinhardt ults as well. So Zappas looks like he wants to give this Hanzo another go. Conversely, Valataja, yeah, that's what's going to be the question. So you want to play a Tracer on defense, or is he going to play the Winston on defense? They are going to run this 4-tank defense, which is what we've seen on Volskaya so far from both teams. Both teams running essentially the same compositions when they switch offense and defense. So we're going to keep eyes on Kennel here, see what he is doing so effectively that is getting his charge up so quickly, because he has had just Nana boost after Nana boost. Well, front door is wide open, as Reunited does not want to hold their defense there. This is where they want to hold their defense. Let's see what Morte has in store. Morte is not even going. He's just playing full support mode, Ana. Unless someone comes in and takes a different angle that he has to go in there and deal with. Fraggy with a nice charge early on, though, but Winghaven takes out Himsy. Man, Himsy, you are getting focused, but this is not your day so far. Another hook comes in, takes down Zappas. That fight is all but over. And this is just looking pretty rough. He's getting hooked every single time, and I think Reunited has their strategy of what they want to do against this lineup. And a lot of people will believe, and I'm one of them, that Ana is the engine to this lineup. She is, but if she's the engine, Roadhog is the chassis. That's exactly what you want going in. Huge health pool to help your Ana. Those entry kills make an uneven fight to begin with, and Himsy has just been getting focused out so hard by this Reunited team. See if he can get anything done here, though, as he goes for the hook on the jump and misses that Lucio. Here comes the Nana-boosted Winghaven in. Nana-boosted Fraggy, lightning-bolted Reinhardt's going after each other. That is a exercise in futility. The Dragon Strike comes in, should be able to take down Winghaven, but that is Fraggy. Sleep-darted. Himsy did get good revenge there as he took down his opposing number in Kib. So right now, it is very back and forth. Fraggy looking to finish up the rest of these kills. The nice Fire Strike comes in, does a lot of damage. Is he going to be there with the cleanup? The Sound Barrier comes down for Reunited, and everyone is very healthy, making everything that much harder. Sound Barrier was already used by Ninjas in Pyjamas as well. Again, extremely back and forth. Graviton comes in. Is there the cleanup for it? Can they clean up an NIP? Yes, they get one of them. Zappas and Mafu still alive on this point, but not for long as they are cleaned up in turn. We'll see if Zappa's going to stay. Bye, Zappas. We'll see if he's going to stay on this Hanzo, because he did get a dragon down. It wasn't the greatest dragon. I think you stay on it at least one more life, because Mafu has his Graviton ready, so you can get the enormous combo. Like I said, an unstoppable combo. Graviton, Dragon, Bio Grenade. Everyone in it will die. That is a fact. 22 seconds left. Last good push incoming for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're going to have to get good purchase off this Graviton, but Reunited playing around it, playing on the high ground. They're going to try to bring them off. The Dragon will come in. Did they get the Bio Grenade onto it? It does not appear they did. No kills off of that, although a really nice kill by Himsy to stop Winghaven from his Earthshatter. Are they going to clutch out this defense yet again? They are focusing down the Roadhog, segmenting him off Morte, and then meanwhile takes on Himsy. Both Roadhogs down. Valotaja gets Nana boosted. There comes a Graviton. Nana boosted Winston into that Graviton. That cleave is doing so much damage. Reunited holds.
Round 3 complete.
Tesla gun is nothing to mess with to begin with, just because of the base damage it does on multiple targets in a Graviton. It is a fine follow-up to a Graviton if you're not going to try to do super combos. You get a Nana-boosted Winston, make that lightning even that much more powerful, and you just crush everything. So really nice plays out of Morte there on the Ana. He had a nice game getting those heals in more specifically, and just Nana-boost up all the time. So, this is it for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They have to full hold here for 4 minutes, otherwise they're losing Volskaya to Reunited. I think that's how it works. Alright, Valotaja is on offensive Tracer, so we'll probably check him out on his rollouts as he's going to just try to get in. Well, the biggest difference between these two teams has been where they want to hold. You've seen Reunited, of course this is just the veteran Volskaya team in Reunited. They've been holding top plank here, and then when they feel like after that first push has been successful, they rotate here, which is a more defensive. You can watch left side too, but you do end up giving up a lot of ground on the point. So, it has been Ninjas in Pyjamas with these front holds that have not necessarily worked out super well for them so far. We'll see if Himsy can get a nice early pick, a nice entry kill, you know, defensively at the very least. Valotaja is coming around this backside though. Where is he sneaking off to? Yeah, he is already in the back. This is exactly what you want out of your flankers, out of your tracers. You don't have to get all the kills, but go in there, distract them. Now he's on top of the Zenyatta. Immediate reaction, though, from Zen, as Valotaja is going to have to back out of there. But now he's in the back line. The rest of his team gets in on the front door, too, so they've kind of switched positions. A hook comes in from Kib, but he is all alone, unable to get the kill. Himsy with a nice entry kill. That's exactly what they need. Winghaven does miss his charge. They get Earthshatter, but there's no cleanup at the moment for them as well, as Fraggy goes down mid-charge. Winghaven now back to life after that Earthshatter takes down Kimmel. There goes Himsy. This is not looking good for NIP as they're losing all their meat on the ground. There goes Zappis. A Nana-boosted Winghaven is a terrible way to start your morning. That's going to be Reunited taking map number 1 rather easily, and I gotta say, they just look a little more comfortable on it, and it's no surprise. As I mentioned before we started the map, that this is a map that, of all the professional teams, Reunited has had to play on more than anyone else. And so they clearly have a strategy. Their positioning, I felt, was just superior, and where they wanted to hold on defense. You saw it right there in particular. Ninjas of Pyjamas holding very on the front door, but not stopping anyone. Front door holds are hard to do when your team's coordinated as a 6 on the push, and you get Volskaya in the backline distracting, and that's going to be tough. I thought positioning superiority for Reunited won them that map. This is going to be the pulse bomb to end it here. It's pretty good there. That's a lot of damage. That was 2 100 health kills from Volskaya's pulse bomb. So that's Reunited taking map number 1 in our best of 5 first set of the day. Still up in the air on if our second set will go through, but thank you for joining us for this early Overwatch action. Let me double check what our next map is going to be. Next map should be Gibraltar. I hope it's Gibraltar. I think I'm the only person on the planet who loves Gibraltar, but that's because I get to cast it and I don't play it. Wow, this NIP team, I'm just looking at their match history right now. They have only lost a map in their last 10 matches. And this is not against low-ranked teams. This is 3-0 Luminosity, 3-0 FaZe, 2-0 FaZe, 2-0 Tornado, 2-0 Skillite, 1-0 Incendiary, 3-1 Dignitas, 2-0 Endpoint, 2-0 Gatekeepers. So Ninjas of Pyjamas on an absolute tear right now. Alright, so we're taking a brief break in lobby, apparently. Oh, well, or not. Watchpoint Gibraltar does get queued up. Let them know that I am ready. It does appear that NIP is ready. So yeah, if they're ready, they would have side choice anyway. So no need to change anything on the side.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Alright, Watchpoint Gibraltar. So we saw triple tank, triple support, actually 4 tank and double supports on Volskaya last time. What kind of variation will we see? You will not see anything except small variations that out of Ninjas of Pyjamas. I am rather certain that has been the composition that has gotten to them to where they were. Of course, formerly SG1, they were always a pretty solid team, but never really breaking into the top 5. Always able to take a couple games. When the game actually relaunched, they beat this Reunited team in a tournament that no one thought they should be able to do. Me and Joris casted that, and I had Reunited clearly at a 2-0, and SG1 came out and just rocked them to the score of 2-0 as well. That was the first day of official game launch. SG1 was always carried on the back of their tank play, largely because Himsy and Fraggy. Himsy is the original Roadhog. I don't care what anyone says. He's played Roadhog longer than anyone else in this game in competitive settings. He did it before it was cool. So Himsy on the Roadhog is no surprise there. This defense looks like their standard defense now. They do, when they're playing defense, they rotate out one of those third supports. They rotate out their Zenyatta, that is Zappis. He'll be playing a defensive Winston instead. So just add up those health pools. That is so much health on the ground. It was at 2,000 health in their first 4 characters, so a lot of meat on the field. Teams have been kind of slow to rotate Reapers in on this, and I think they're correct on it. Reaper's not necessarily the answer to all these tanks, even though he is a great tank buster. Volskaya will be playing the Tracer for this team yet again, so he's going to be looking to get in the back lines and roll it out. Other than that, they're running 3 tanks of their own, double support, and just rotating in DPS, so these teams clearly have what they want to do on offense and defense pretty quickly figured out. We'll see if Himsy can get a nice hook to start it off. He had a little bit of a rough go of it on Volskaya. That is a nice hook to start it off, but the Zarya's shield is going to negate most of that. They do hook Zappos down in turn. Zappos does have to jump back and get up there. Bloodless so far, even though both teams have taken a ton of damage. That hook misses, kind of an anticipatory hook, but no one in the spot that he was hoping to hook. That's definitely a blind hook, hoping that someone goes there. You're not aiming at anything in particular, just like that hook as well. They are going to rotate in now as Fraggy is holding pretty far forward on this front ground. So he's just trying to keep them all safe, but the big person to watch is going to be Morte, and then in turn Winghaven, as that Nana ult is just about up. There it is. It comes in. He's going to get in here, try to take down the Roadhog. That is one of the big problems of this composition. You can take him out, that'd be great. It also charges up your ultimate, as you're going to have a follow-up Earthshatter momentarily. There it is. That is the combo. Ana into Earthshatter is what teams have been rolling with. They do have a counter Earthshatter from Fraggy, but I think that's a bit too late, as Winghaven has already taken down 2 of the tanks. He's going to charge to the card just to get in a better position to swing his hammer. It is all over but the Cryin here, as they just roll through that with a Nana-boosted Ana, and you can see specifically they are targeting that Roadhog, not only just take out some of the... I mean, it really is like their main DPS in this composition anyway, so a lot of times you want to target DPS, but in this comp, that is exactly what Roadhog is. They are going to roll through right now. Fraggy now on his own Nana-boosted Ana Reinhardt. He has to rotate around as he's not finding the targets right away, but him, as he's going for the... Roadhog as well. Roadhog is just, he is the prime target here, as there's no real DPS to be taking out, and the supports are so squishy. Balataja, very low to death, but he's able to get out. He's got Pulse Bomb at the ready as well, looking to kind of harass these backlines, exactly what he's doing. His only goal is to get them out of position to make sure that they're not doing what exactly they want to do. But a couple kills come in. They are still holding here on the defense pretty strong. Himsy is going to be trying to look for those... entry kills to pick people off before they get in. They do have a couple. They got 3 tank ults up. They're going to have 4. So the ultimate advantage firmly in favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas right now. Again, I want to see what Volskaya can get going here. Volskaya unfixed with the Big Bang combo ready to go. Got unfixed, just kind of in the chaos right now. They're going to be trying to push them out into a coordinated clump so that they can get this Graviton in. I think they're going to see it momentarily. They're actually going to probably wait for this to wear off first, as Himsy with a couple of kills puts an end to any plans they had along those lines. Unfixed cannot be having designs to use his Graviton just now. He just wants to live, but even that is a pipe dream, as he is being hunted down by multiple tanks. Just wants to take someone with him. Nope, Mafu gets the better end of that one. So, right now, Ninjas of Pyjamas just have halted the aggression, which is super important in the second stage of Gibraltar. The best way for a team to get through shuttle phase is to just use it as an extension of their first momentum push and just roll all the way through. But Ninjas of Pyjamas has stabilized here. Again, the next offensive ult you probably will see will be a Graviton and a Pulse Bomb. There's a defensive Graviton, though, as they get everyone in this Reunited. That Biograde goes, no, that's it. That is it. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we can call it a junk rush, as they did at least bait out the Graviton. Gonna have a Graviton of their own. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to be able to get this shuttle phase going. This is probably one of the reasons you don't see Gibraltar a lot. Shuttle phase can be absolutely brutal to try to crack into. Look at this positioning. They're hanging out on top of the shuttle. There's really no one to aggress on this. They're not running a Winston. They're not running a Diva. No knockoff potential up here. Maybe they can pull him down with a Graviton. Maybe try to get a hook. But right now, positioning is the problem for Reunited. As you let a team get set up on shuttle, it's going to be really hard to crack. The Graviton, or the Sound Barrier and the Ana ult go down, but who are you going to swing at? They're all above you. They're all hanging out above you. Graviton comes in pretty late, only grabs in a couple. Does the Pulse Bomb come through? It does for Volskaya, as he adds in 2 of his own. The Nana boost goes out. Volskaya cleaning up. That was the combo they were looking for. I think they only use those ultimates early on to try to bait them off the rooftop, because you're not going to hit much with a Nana boosted Reinhardt, as everyone's hanging out on top of the shuttle, but they did bait them down into taking that fight, which they didn't have to. Graviton Pulse Bomb spells the end of that. They are going to come back in here. Fraggy has ideas of trying to keep this back, as he gets Nana boosted yet again. He's got his Earthshatter up yet again. He's going to be chasing down their opposing Ana. He does get taken down by Volskaya, though, as they just simply did not have the support or meat in there. Himsy's going to come and blow this whole hog onto the point with ideas of stalling it out, but that is just an idea. Volskaya is going to clean up Zappos with the help of Cruz. This is just a stall up from NIP, but Reunited will get this point back. Winghaven not done. He wants to continue rolling. Morte again at 100% on his Nana boost. He's got a lot going for him. They also have the Earth Shatter going here, so this is probably their initiation combo incoming. And we'll see if they want to actually roll it in with Cruz's ult as well, the Sound Barrier, but you could actually use that afterwards. If anyone gets a little low, keep them charged up so that the heal can come in. Morte again at his, but they're not contesting here, so you don't have to use it just yet. Graviton comes in. Is there the follow-up for this? They do get the Bio Grenade onto there, so that they do take down Cruz early on in that fight. No further cleanup though, as some nice retreats come out there, but Mafu is hunting down with Zarya and the gun. He's got, yeah, gets a couple there. Himsy takes down Kib in turn, so again, they did bait out the Graviton though, so the ultimate advantage firmly in favor of Reunited yet again. See what kind of combos they want to put together. They can do anything they want right now. Everything is on the table. He's looking for this Graviton. He gets into the back line. Is Volataja here? He is there for the Pulse Bomb follow-up, and they get that going as well. Just like a Dragon Blade follow-up, if you can negate some of the healing, even the big tanks, you won't necessarily die to a Pulse Bomb burst damage. It does so much damage, and you're able to keep them hurt into it. So, really nice play from the combination there. No one running a Zenyatta on well, there goes Zappos. Zappos is on the Zen now. Alright, so this one on the offense, I would imagine they still have this in their pocket. They still have Winghaven getting a Nana boost and an Earth Shatter up. There goes the Winghaven. He's going to get the Nana boost. Takes down one very early, just crunching away. Already used his Earth Shatter. He's going to have 30% on it when this phase. Volataja, though, in the backline, still cleaning up everything. He gets another Pulse Bomb. That Pulse Bomb takes down Fraggy. Volataja has been just a remarkable addition on his Tracer DPS here. Zappos goes down. Volataja cleans up Mafu. So a stall game in effect as the D.Va comes out. They know that this point might be all for now. But wait. Kinnel is able to take down Kib. That is a couple nice kills. They're able to pull it back. That should have probably been Reunited's point. But a gutty performance by Ninjas in Pyjamas brings it back. And there's not a whole bunch of ultimates on either side. Mafu and Fraggy will have theirs momentarily. Morte is going to have his, but Kinnel's already got his up. Fraggy might just be taking this fight to the other team momentarily. I think they should probably save it defensively. He does get pulled into, they have to burn it because of that. Graviton does come out. The Earth Shatter comes in into his shield, gets nothing out of it. So despite using all of those ults, Fraggy only able to take down Volataja, and he's going to be sleep darted and cleaned up after the fact. So the push not necessarily getting all the purchase, but the defense unable to use their ults to maximum effect. So a big advantage right now is Kib adds in another kill on his hook. Himsy taking to the sky when pigs fly, as it were. Mafu and Himsy going down, but the Bio Grenade hits them both. No healing available for either of them. Not long for this world. Should be Fraggy and Kimmel. A late Sound Barrier coming up from Seta just to try to stall this out. Overtime is going on the card. Winghaven should be able to clean this up, but Zappos is going to be on the Zenyatta stalling it out. No kills for Ninjas in Pyjamas on the left side of the kill feed means that Reunited will finally close it out, but it took them through overtime.
Score 0-3.
Ninjas in Pyjamas, some nice moments there. I do think that the last fight where they had 4 ultimates up and they burned them through after Fraggy got hooked, they would have liked to gotten more out of the ultimates than they ended up using, because I don't think Graviton got exactly what they wanted there. Excuse me while I have some coffee. Get my energy back up. Alright, so a rather slow time from Reunited, but they did finish. And finishing Gibraltar is easier said than done. Some teams can't even get through Shuttle. Shuttle is just that strong right now. Zappos is being kind of stubborn. He really wants to run Hanzo. It's been okay. I don't know if it's necessarily the game changer they want, but as I mentioned, some teams have been throwing it in. Simply because even if the defense runs a Zenyatta, which neither of these defenses have necessarily favored too much so far, that the Transcendence is the only possible answer to Graviton into Dragon, and then you throw a Bio Grenade on it, and there's no answer. So, they really do like that. They prefer Zappos on the Hanzo as a follow-up to Graviton, rather than Reunited preferring Volataja on Tracer with a Pulse Bomb to that Graviton. Potato, potato. I think they just like a little more distance. It might even just be personal preference here, as Zappis might simply prefer running the Hanzo, as he is not necessarily always one of their DPS players, so not necessarily the deepest kit as far as DPS players. Maybe his Hanzo is just that good. Nothing out of the ordinary on the Reunited defense, except that they are not running 4 tanks. Valtaja is going to stay on the Tracer, so they will have some DPS, but I said it last time we watched Reunited. There are days when Valtaja just won't get off Tracer. It doesn't matter what they're running because he's just feeling it. This might be one of those days. He's had a good Tracer game so far. So Zap is trying to pepper into some shots, is really just to try to take down the shield. Now up top, is Kib going to be able to get these early hooks? Pull them up top. He's already eaten a couple arrows, it does appear. So they're going to give up most of that for free. Someone's going to be forward scouting, make sure they're not going to get dropped on, but that is definitely not going to happen as they see exactly where the defense is set up here. Kib's still looking for these hooks. He's going to be on the high ground trying to get a blind hook. Does he get the hook? He does take Zarya. Looked like he got onto there, but Zarya stepping in last second. Human shield in full effect. Fraggy is going to... Ooh, that is a hook that I think Kib believes he should have landed. I think he should have landed that one. But a little wiggle there, perhaps over-anticipating Fraggy's movement, ended up costing him that hook. So, they are going to be here. Winghaven's shield is just about cracked. Offense looking to move in kind of slowly here. They do not see Valtaja on the high ground. Valtaja does pepper and takes down Fraggy. They have not dealt with that high ground overall. You do need to send someone up there. When you have Zappis who can just climb walls, I'm not sure why Zappis is not hanging out high ground. Maybe he's a little afraid of being picked off by that Roadhog or by the Tracer. But yeah, he needs to be up here so that they can take over this ledge. At least have eyes on it. Perfect. That's all you needed to do. So, Zappis is going to move in here as well. Really, we're going to see another Nana Boost ultimate momentarily, and that's going to be on our buddy Winghaven as Morte's got it. There it is, right now. He's going to come through. A huge Earth Shatter, gets 4, although he gets counter Earth Shattered, pulled out of the Earth Shatter by good guy Roadhog and Himsy. They are going to focus down Himsy yet again. He has been one of the big focuses of their composition so far, and this should be Winghaven cleaning up. And look at that, when you let Winghaven clean up, 82% already on that ultimate charge again as he just used it. It is the snowball potential of this composition. Nana boosted Reinhardt gets to use his Earth Shatter. He continues to be in the front lines with that damage and that support, already with another Earth Shatter at the ready here. So, Morte's been absolutely crushing it. I don't want to see where Valtaja's at if he's going to go for a cheeky Pulse Bomb. They're not going to have a Graviton anytime soon, so he's got a free Pulse Bomb he can use and not worry about giving his team out. They do get a knockdown and a 3-kill from Valtaja. That is an Earth Shatter into Graviton. As I mentioned, that Earth Shatter charging so fast from Winghaven. That is the second Earth Shatter we've seen so quickly. It used to be a very useful ultimate you didn't want to waste. Now teams are getting it so quickly that you might as well.
By the dragon.
Zappas does have his going here. Mafu has not been alive long enough to get a Graviton up, only at 76%. Zappas playing pretty cute. He's hiding here. Stay up. They are going to throw in this dragon towards the cart, just in the general direction, but not enough. 2 tanks going down very early. Kib doing some yeoman's work as Himsy and Zappas go down immediately. Reunited, looking to hold this. One push left, one good push at the very least from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're going to be down 2-0 in this series. Mafu is going to have his Graviton up. So Zappas, I guess, was going to switch anyway, so he's going to switch on Zenyatta. But you got to think, if you're building towards that ultimate combination the entire time, and you only have 1 push left, maybe should have held on and tried it out. But they are going to switch. Zenyatta is going to be there. They're going to get Graviton up momentarily if he can keep landing these bombs in. He is at 91%. Kinnel also has his ultimate up too, so do or die. We've seen Ninjas in Pyjamas in this position before, but they get Graviton before they can get their own Graviton on. Valtaja takes down Kinnel, so that's going to be no Nana boost. Himsy doing his best to bring it back, but they've lost 4. They've lost 5. That should be it for that push, and probably the game is only 15 seconds left. You have to think that they're just going to bully them out here. Where is Winghaven? Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised he's not just forward trying to hit an Earth Shatter before they even get in at all. But I guess he's going to play a little more reactively. He has been a little more conservative in his old age. Another Nana boost into Earth Shatter goes down as Valtaja cleans up Seta. Valtaja cleans up Kinnel as well. Are they getting this out? Are they gutting this out on the cart? How is this happening? Is it because Winghaven was so far forward? They have the numbers here now. Kib takes on Mafu, though. He's trying to flip it around unfixed. Only Himsy left. Kib is going to bust out his whole hog to try to close this out. Seta cannot get there in time. And that is Reunited taking a quick 2-0 lead in the series.
0-3.
Is it too early to say we're firmly in the Ana meta? Is it too early? I wore my t-shirt and everything. I mean, it's just so snowbally. See what Zappa's got done here. We didn't call his name a lot, so a little highlight for Zappa's.
Fire at will!
Cleave is a good ability. Well, you see why Himsy was getting focused down so hard, not only on that map, but also on Volskaya, because when you're running the defense or offense, you know, as Ninjas and Pyjamas is running, he is the source of your DPS. He is your main killer at that point in time, as Roadhog has always been kind of that weird hybrid between tank and DPS because he does so much damage, and especially burst damage. And, of course, Hook is able to take people out. So, by focusing on Himsy, it keeps everyone else much safer. More specifically, it keeps your Ana, your Lucio, and your Tracer much safer. So, able to take him out, and then Valataja just runs wild because the remaining tanks are not good against Tracer at all. Reinhardt's bad against Tracer. Zarya is pretty bad against Tracer as well. So, they're definitely focusing Himsy in this composition, and it seems to have worked for him. So, maybe the answer to triple tank, triple support is really finding where the team excels at and then taking that out. And it has been Himsy so far who's been absolutely targeted down. Alright, they do need 1 minute. Our next map will be Numbani. Just wanted to show off the Ana shirts. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Ana, when she first got introduced into the game, was just unusable. Then they hit her with a nice buff of fire rate, and it might have been alt charge rate too. I don't remember. If I were a guessing man, or a betting man, I'm not a betting man, I am a guessing man, I would guess that in the next patch that her charge rate will be decreased. It's something they've done with support heroes a great many times, knowing how impactful support ultimates are in this game. They've done it with Mercy. They've tweaked that a couple different times, her charge rate, things like that. So generally, the first tweak that they've made to support heroes has been charge rates. And just based on what we're seeing out of these matches and then maybe their extraordinary circumstances, I've seen enough Overwatch that I don't believe that is the case. I think the next incoming thing is they will modify her charge rate because it is such a powerful ultimate that you want to feel like it's consequential if it is wasted or countered. And at the current state in time, with all these tanks and how easy it is for her to charge her ability, I think Ana boosts are coming out a little too frequently. Just my guess. You know, just an idea, perhaps. So, yeah, it is 2-0 reunited. Let me get that score updated for you. That took me way too long to do that. I couldn't find it. Alright, so 2-0 Reunited, we're going to Numbani. That is not a great feeling. You're down 0-2 to Reunited, and you're going on a map that historically they've always been very strong on. Does not matter the meta, does not matter the compositions. They've always been good on Numbani. Always bust out some interesting stuff here, but we have not seen anything too interesting today. Teams have been running, these two teams in specific, have been running the exact same composition on both sides. So someone asked me earlier, what do I think about the E-League talent? I am very excited. I've never watched a moment of Counter-Strike, but I have spoken with a couple of those guys before. So they all seem like really cool people. I think the casting talent they have is phenomenal. It should drive people who haven't played or watched Overwatch to the game, and that's the most important thing to me, that if you're a CSGO, or I believe they have a Call of Duty caster as well. I don't know. I only play Overwatch, so I honestly don't know. I know of these people. But if you want to grow the game, then you bring people over from other games. There's only so many people who don't play games that you can get into Overwatch, and there's only so many people who are already in Overwatch. So it's going to bring over enormous crowds, enormous viewers, enormous spectators, which I think is phenomenal. And of course, I'm thrilled that ZP is on Analyst as he's the smartest guy in Overwatch, the hardest working guy in Overwatch, and I could not be happier for him. That's what I think. I think that the casters they have are good. I think that Overwatch needs an injection of enthusiasm and new players and new talent, and I think by having those casters from different games is really, really going to help. So I'm looking forward to it. Someone said I'm an absolute madman with my prediction. I don't know what prediction I made. I don't know. And no, I didn't break up with ZP. He's just busy, man. We'll be back this weekend. I hope maybe we broke up and he didn't tell me. I've been on that side of things before. Alright, I gotta readjust the overlay here as teams have switched. But we're gonna be jumping into game.
Traveling to Numbani. Prepare to attack.
Alright, we're all set. We're in Numbani. We're in the airport. Let's grab a Cinnabon. Let's grab a coffee and pretend that international travel is fun to go through. So, Kings Row, Russia, all of the destinations. Let's see who is late today. Moscow has been canceled. Madrid canceled. Frankfurt canceled. And, of course, Austin canceled. Major international cities and a place with a really cool movie theater. All canceled flights. So it looks like right now no one is running anything super out of the ordinary. Of course, we want to look at the defense first, because those are usually the players who would be out and set first. It looks like they're just... this is the new thing. Not even on Numbani. Even Numbani! That's sad. Numbani used to be the lab where everyone tried out different things, but apparently this is the composition that REUNITED likes running now. It is 4 tanks on defense. All 4 tanks on defense, with Volskaya rotating off a Tracer onto Winston for his defensive holds. The only difference is on offense that Volskaya will switch to Tracer. Everyone else gets to just play their main hero the entire time, which maybe is good for them that they're going to be able to run this practice. Now, here's the question. Here's the question, Zappos.
With every death.
Alright, still interesting. And this is exactly what Ninjas in Pyjamas have been running as well. So Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to be running their version of triple tank, triple support offense with only 2 supports, and then you add in your DPS here, and that is going to be Zappos. So we'll see what Zappos can get done. It's really nice. The Sonic Hero cannot be underrated here. He gets so much eyes on the team, so much information that you need. Watch that predictive arrow, because he knows that the Roadhog is there. So it's really nice going on. No real blood just yet. REUNITED's defensive positioning, this entire series has been phenomenal. Like, I just really like where they're holding their strategies here, although Himsy taking on Cruz is really going to hurt their chances for defense. That is going to cause Winghaven to come down and try to avenge his fallen brethren. He does get a nice charge in, does pay for it, but Kib on the cleanup. Kinnel is trying to do some work all by himself. Does he have the horses to do it? He is still alive. He's keeping his team alive too. Kinnel's trying to get in there, firing from the hip. He does sleep dart the... so waking the sleeping giant, as it were, as he sleep darts Kib, but he didn't need to stay alive any longer, right? It was actually bad for him to stay alive any longer than he was. So he does come off of that as well. Morte's going to have his Ana boost ready, as is Kinnel. Both of them extremely charged up. The first ults to pop up in the game are these Ana ultimates too. So you would imagine that Winghaven gets this. He's been the prime target for it. They're going to hold a little bit and get into the position that they want. So REUNITED's been doing all game. And then when they feel like getting down there in a fight, they feel they're in good position, they do this. Winghaven comes in with the Nana boost. He gets sleep darted right away. It's a great counter to the Nana boost. It's the perfect counter. They do great by not hitting him, not waking him. And Winghaven looks like he's going to get cleaned up momentarily here. He clutches out an Earth Shatter. He was so close to death. How is Winghaven alive? Well, Miracle Hammerman, and he comes in with the Flame Strike. Fire Strike snipe onto Kinnel. Winghaven, you madman. That Earth Shatter was gutsy. Extremely gutsy. He was about 40 health there, and absolutely had to gut it out. Then he got the charge in as well. Winghaven has no business being alive right now. The breakfast he will eat tomorrow will be the best breakfast he's ever tasted. Morte, again, though, has his Nana boost. You'll probably see this version happen yet again. Winghaven goes in, gets in a position to receive the Nana boost. He's down on the cart now that everyone's backing out a little bit, but it's just waiting on Morte, maybe waiting on Unfixed as well, but they get Graviton to charge out of it. Do they have the follow-up? Earthshatter comes in on a lot of the members of Reunited. The counter Earthshatter from Winghaven as he is Nana boosted, but there's not enough with him right now. Unfixed is adding in his DPS. Here comes that late Transcendence out of Zappis. They should be able to hold this, but they do lose one on the retreat, so they have 4 still in here. Winghaven all alone. Can they get some focus on him? There goes the focus. There goes Winghaven. Only Unfixed up just now, but they are going to be piling back on this point. Reunited is not a team to give up points for free. They will contest forever if they can. Valataji doing his best to do so, but he is discorded not long for this world as Seta cleans him up. That should be and will be Ninjas in Pyjamas grabbing first point.
Fire! Everyone follow me!
Alright, so no ultimates up for Reunited as they had to expend mostly everything there. Mafu with a good job there. He did get a Graviton early and almost already with another Graviton. So we'll see if Mafu can get some bombs in here. Reunited holding pretty far back at Bus, though, so that's where they feel like holding right now. It's going to be actually kind of interesting to see when Valataja chooses to use his Primal Rage, because there is a cliff behind them. He goes into the back line. Yeah, there's his Primal Rage right now. Knocks most of the team away. He's got someone in his sights to try to get some damage done. Valataja is getting crushed. He gets out with 40 health. These tanks are dancing with death, and they are living through it. Support play from Reunited has been next level. Here comes an ultimate onto Winghaven as he charges out of that. Oh, another huge Earthshatter gets 3 kills, but the Transcendence is going down. Zappis does take out Kib as well. It's been really good Zenyatta play. The first time today we've seen it really negate a lot of things, and Zenyatta's harder to play now with Ana in this, but Winghaven with the mile-long charge. He gets booped off, though, by Fraggy as he pushes him off the cliff. Speaking of off the cliff, wow. Alright, so Himsy and Fraggy do combine for a couple kills as they continue to push this cart. They've got some good momentum going. It is only Cruz on the cart they're going to try to clean up. Fraggy is looking for Ana here as well as Morte is trying to solo him. Fraggy dancing with death almost gets soloed out by Morte. His buddy Kinnel comes in there to help him out. Kinnel's going to get him healed up nice and healthy as well. So Fraggy is going to have his Earthshatter, probably Nana-boost Earthshatter incoming momentarily, but they're going to have to be pushing in on Reunited, who has most of their ultimates. Right now, Reunited just has not had the damage to win these fights. I would not be surprised to see Valataja switch momentarily here. He does come in on the Earthshatter, though. They are Graviton into it, but Fraggy comes in. Do they have the horses to follow it up? Winghaven with the follow-up through that Graviton, as it is Nana-boosted Reinhardt's all over the place. Fraggy and Winghaven and a battle between hammers. Winghaven getting the better of most of it. Kib takes down Fraggy at the end, and that Graviton really set the stage for that fight. Ninjas in Pyjamas completely wiped up out of it, and not good for them. They had to bust a couple ults, although good for them. This man still has his ultimate ready for Mafu with the Graviton. Lets us know that the ultimate is almost ready. Of course, though, Winghaven, no surprise, has his Earthshatter up. Winghaven on permanent Earthshatter. Comes that Earthshatter from Winghaven. They are not going to go for the follow-up at all, though, and actually Mafu is going to come in and just try to punish him for even daring to Earthshatter right there. Mafu is right now has his Graviton at the ready. They're going to maybe not even need to use it because a nice couple of right clicks from Zarya. They do Graviton, though, just to make sure they clean up the remaining 3 here. Zappis, Hamzi, Zappis on the cleanup. Zappis is a madman right now. He has been the difference in this game. The Zenyatta play has been phenomenal. It's something that they have not run all day, like not consistently anyway, all day. They've rotated it in, and he's having much more success on the Zenyatta in the last, or in this map rather, than he has on the previous 2 maps. So he's been getting not only the damage that they need, but keeping them alive with Transcendence, which has been a risky gamut lately. They are going to Nana-boost another Reinhardt, and his Fraggy tries to take down Kib. He's swinging away at Kib. He's trying to get out now, but in the back lines, they tried to come in and were punished for it over there. So even though Reunited tried to respond with it, and now another late Ana boost onto Kib, and Roadhog is going to be able to get cleaned up too. They're just getting focused down now. Reunited looking a little bit sloppy in this last minute or so. There is going to be a sound barrier to try to push through this last point. If I'm Ninjas in Pyjamas, I'm not slowing down at all. We're not retreating for any reason. The moment I see Reunited pop out of here, the sound barrier is coming down and we're going full fight. That's exactly what they're going to do. They have the ult advantage. They have to know it. Sound barrier is going to come out momentarily as he's getting pressure in the back line. There it is. Sound barrier comes out from both sides. Both teams extremely healed up, but Zappas, yet again, is on his Transcendence, able to keep most of his team healthy, even through that grenade. The Graviton comes in, does absolutely nothing. Unfixed is still the only one alive, trying to get through. That another Nana boost comes down as Fraggy goes to town. This is going to be Ninjas in Pyjamas setting a time. A Graviton comes out as the victory seal. Ninjas in Pyjamas, 14 seconds left. Complete the map.
Score 0 to
Stop
3.
saying Nana boost.
Switching sides.
Okay. How do you say? Is it nano? Nano boost? I should actually stop saying it before it becomes just my default word for saying it. So, nano boost, nana boost. All right. Feedback heard and processed, sir. All right. So, yeah, that was a lot of nano boosting throughout that map. It's kind of just where we are right now. Nano boosting is cracking points along those lines. So what we have here is Ninjas in Pyjamas back against the wall. They do have to stop Reunited from completing it for the most part. I mean, 14 seconds is not a whole lot to work with in your time bank. So Ninjas in Pyjamas looking for that huge first point hold. We'll see if they can do it, and we'll see if they are going to run Aardvark. So Torb is on the map. Now it's going to be interesting to see where they end up putting a turret. Probably rotating around the back. Want to get this on the stairs if at all possible.
No.
Or not. So this is a crucial part of their setup here. Although they are going to be running into so many tanks. It doesn't look like Reunited, though, is going to switch it up for the offense at least. Only running 3 tanks. Now only running 2. Are they coming out standard 2-2-2? We've not seen Kib on a Genji all day, and Kib is a phenomenal Genji. Alright, looks like Reunited is going to be running 2-2-2 into triple tank and double support, quad tank double support, so 4-2 composition on the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Kib, very angry at the ground, throwing shurikens into it. We'll see what kind of rotations he wants to get on. They are not running a dive tank here, so the turret could give them a lot of trouble. Well, actually, no, Winghaven is on that one, so never mind. So they are going to get on that turret immediately as Morte takes it down, but the big fracas is happening up top here as most of the tanks are staying alive. No real person has died yet, only turrets yet as Morte takes it on. Winghaven the first to fall to Fraggy, though, as they continue to hold this high ground. Unfix is coming up unchecked, though. They need to put some eyes on him. He takes down Himsy because no one was able to get him before he just rotated down. They all ignored him. Kib takes down the turret yet again. Valataja on Zappas as they are pushed into the corner. They need to start coming out here. Is Kindle going to be able to get this ultimate off? Kib with the Dragon Blade going down in the back line, trying to clean up this unboosted Mafu, and Mafu does go down even with the nano boost on him. So Kib with the cleanup, a very decisive first point clean from Reunited, and right now Ninjas in Pyjamas back against the wall. They're already down 0-2 in this set. If they lose this map, they are out. Oh, they lose the set anyway. I believe they might actually go on and fight Dignitas here, as we are in the Lenovo group stages remaining. So Valataja is going to have his pulse bomb up. I'd imagine he tries to rotate around to the backside here. The moment that there's a little bit of pressure on the card, he's not necessarily going to frontline it. Yeah, he's looking for the backside. They do spot him, though. He kind of wants to be spotted just to get some room going on there. The tank is isolated. Transcendence will come in from Morte, who's on his Zenyatta himself. Valataja takes down Fraggy early on in that fight. Winghaven does clean up Zappas, too, and this is going to be Reunited's fight as Winghaven and Kib are unanswered. Only Kinnel left. That is going to be a brief moment of Kinnel's life left as Himsy cleaned up as well. Completely one-sided, and I don't know if Ninjas in Pyjamas was necessarily ready for the composition they're facing. It's the first time we've seen 2 DPS on the same team all game. Odd to say in Overwatch, I know, but so far they have not had a great answer for Kib, especially since they are focusing down Himsy still, and Hook is a great answer. But once Himsy is down, they've been absolutely running wild. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Can he clean up in the backside? He gets in, takes down Kinnel immediately, but Kinnel did get that ultimate off. Himsy takes down Valataja in turn. He's trying to take down the Roadhog who just took down Volskaya, able to at least get out with his life. But meanwhile, the tanks are cleaning up the front line. Winghaven doing his best, swinging around, but there comes an Earthshatter. Unfixed takes on Himsy and Fraggy, who look like they were in good position. A late Graviton comes up. They're not going to necessarily have the follow-up, but Seta gets in there, actually. He says, I'm Lucio. I still have follow-up, but a little late as Unfixed continues to bring it back. Those ultimates looked a little bit desperate that they had to do them in an unfavorable position, and everyone with pretty low health. Seta did make the best out of it momentarily, but not enough. They're going to have a little under 5 minutes to finish out this map and this series. Volskaya already in the back line. He's waiting for his team to call good positioning here. He's going to rotate all the way around. Graviton is incoming. There comes the pulse bomb. Are they going to get it? No, the bio grenade absolutely negating that as everyone heals up very nicely towards the end there, and the sound barrier came down from Seta, so a nice combo denial there, but it doesn't matter as Unfixed and Morte continue to go off. Volskaya is still alive. He's coming back into the fight, whereas Unfixed is still holding strong here at about 100% charge. God, that is a terrifying sound. Just, the whining, high-pitched brutality of it all. Volskaya pushing forward as he has everyone in his sights, keeping everyone into the doorway as Kip joins him as well. These DPS are just going to be so threatening as they continue to push the cart. Fraggy and Kinnel with their last best hope at bringing this back. Kinnel is going to try to hit Fraggy when everything goes against the walls here. So Fraggy does get that ultimate. He's going to be in the backline. He's got Earthshatter up as well for a follow-up. He does get pinned, but only momentarily. Fraggy, low health right now. The Graviton comes out. Is there the follow-up for Reunited? It is standard follow-up as Volskaya and Unfixed come in through there. It is 6v4 right now on the cart. Can Kib finish this out? He does take out Mako immediately. He is still alive with this Dragon Blade slicing through. Another kill comes in from Kib and takes down Kinnel. That is nearly a full team wipe. It is not looking great for Ninjas in Pyjamas as they are going to have to trickle onto this point. Zappas comes in, gets focused and eliminated. Himsy already discorded before he came out. Gets Earthshatter. That's it. Reunited looking great today. They take down Ninjas in Pyjamas 3-0 in this set.
3-3. Switching sides.
All right. Wait, are we switching sides? Yeah.
I've had some bad.
Okay, sorry. I'm still getting used to it, as are the players. My bad, guys. That is probably the biggest mistake I made in a while. Yeah, time bank. I forgot. Getting used to it, so they do get a minute left to try to get this point. Even the players called GG's in my defense. I bring up this chat. Everyone did call GG, so yeah. Even players forgetting. My bad, guys. Totally messed that up. Total botch job on my end. I'm just so used to time bank and things like that. So, not time bank, rather stopwatch. My apologies. Feel free to flame me on Twitter about that one. No excuse for it. So, it is going to be Ninjas in Pyjamas trying to hold on for dear life here. They have 1 minute to push the point. They're going to be running 4 tanks and double support as they have all day. Here comes Himsy. He's going to be looking for entry kills. Really, on Numbani, this is it. This is your one push. You're not really going to have an ultimate phase of this game. You know, already 10 seconds, they're not even there. Sleep darted on the entry. What a cool play from Morte as Himsy in his siesta mode. So Himsy's going to be looking for hooks, but Reunited has just been positionally superior all day in great spots here. They do jump off the ledge when they feel like initiating. That is the engagement from Winghaven as he gets in there. Some big jump-ins from Volskaya on Winston as well as they get a lot of chip damage going on. Kib has been hiding up here. He's looking for a hook. He gets a huge hook on Winston, flying through the air, brings it back, but Fraggy takes down Cruz. Fraggy takes down Winghaven. Fraggy going absolutely ham in the corner, so they are 3 kills up now, 4 kills up. It is 6-4. Kib not long for this world either as he's going to get shielded, but Unfixed can only do so much. Only one strong Russian woman left on the point. Tries to get some back. Not enough. They are going to grab first point.
My ultimate is charging.
All right. They got to keep it in overtime the entire time. Let's see if they can pull it off. Crazier things have happened. Luxury watched this on King's
My
Row.
ultimate is charging.
Don't worry, my friend.
So really all Reunited has to do is win one fight here. See if they can pull it off. They're going to be looking for this combo. It's been the combo all day. The Earth Shatter, yep, here it is. He's already powered up. Does he get anything out of the Earth Shatter? It does not necessarily look like he does. Get Morte in the back line. Good eyes as he comes through. He comes back through on the charge. Earth Shattered himself. Fire at will as the Graviton comes in to try to get the cleanup. Mafu with a couple kills. They are rolling right now. They clean up this fight as well. That is Reunited absolutely crushed. The good thing for Reunited is that they're going to have every single ultimate that they want going on. The bad thing is they might give up this point, and it looked like they were going to be able to stop them at first. Had a much better first half of the map as well, but right now completely unopposed. Yeah, they're going to get the second point. Wow, 2 points, full overtime push. Their momentum firmly in favor of Ninjas and Pyjamas, but what is in favor of Reunited is the fact that they've got every ultimate that they could possibly want on their plate. So Unfix is going to be having this Graviton momentarily, and then you're going to have follow-up from Kib, I believe, as he's going to have Whole Hog ready as well. So just waiting for that perfect time. They found that perfect time. Here comes the Whole Hog on the boosted Roadhog. That is play of the game. That is Kib absolutely wiping up. He hooks a sleeping Reinhardt. He just wanted to take a nap. A desperation Earthshatter comes down, but a nice combination of ultimates working there.
Score 3-5. Switching sides.
Well, all right. So they managed to put up 5 points. A little bit surprising, to be honest. So, Reunited, 4 minutes left to match those 5 points. And they're going to run their offensive composition. So, I mentioned it earlier that it was odd that it was one of the first times today that we saw 2 DPS on the same team, Kib and Valataja. And it was the first time today we saw 2 DPS on the same squad. It does look like they're going to be banking on this Torb play again. Now, it looked like the first time they played Torb, they were not getting a whole lot out of it. What they were getting out of it was distraction. Any bullet that has to go towards that turret is a bullet not going to your team, and it did keep both Valataja and Morte rather occupied, as they are kind of the biggest targets for this turret, too. A turret can very easily take down these kind of squisher players. So Zappis not happy with his positioning at first, does move it over. Wonder if that's a comm call from his team. So they are on this pretty decent dive comp, though, knowing that they ran into turrets last time. So Unfixed and Winghaven are both going to be able to rush in this turret if they do see it. He does see it, he knows where it is, but not necessarily wanting to jump up, because there is always the potential to jump up and get hooked by this team. So Winghaven's going to come in on one side as Unfixed goes and takes down the turret on the other. A nice coordination there as they both drop their tanks in to try to deal with that. Valataja getting a ton of damage on the back line, just getting absolutely murking on Himsy right now. Himsy, again, one of the earliest to die in this fight, has been a theme all day as they do target him down. That is just going to charge up Zarya as he tries to get an optimistic pulse bomb, but he does not need much more as Kib, with the absolute cleanup. Kib now going to have Dragon Blade as well as he looks forward to continue some poke.
My ultimate is ready.
Really nice coordination by the tanks there, though. Unfixed had really good eyes on what that team was doing. He did not want to jump in and just go straight for the turret, because there's a very distinct possibility that they simply hook him in and de-suit him immediately. So he waited for Winghaven to jump in on them, drop a bubble, and distract before he went around and did his own work. So Kib right now hanging out, he's not doing much, so we're going to switch to the Valataja cam, see if Valataja can get down into the back line. A Ana-boosted Reinhardt does come in, that is Fraggy. Tries to hit the Earthshatter, does not get much off of it. He does take Winghaven out of this fight, as Kib, Dragon Blade, meanwhile, took down 2. He's looking for more in the back line, gets that dash reset, and he's going to dash right through Roadhog. He's got a whole lot of damage on Roadhog, takes down Himsy too. Kib on his Genji, proving what he is worth. Valataja continues to get damage on as he's hanging out back at the cart. That is a full fight, completely won, and yeah, Kib's pretty happy with himself.
My ultimate is charging.
Alright, yellow box of victory is right there, but they do still have a checkpoint they have to get to if they want a little bit better spawns. We'll see if Himsy can nail a hook. He also has his whole hog at the ready as well, so it's going to be a lot on Himsy, who has been a primary focus of damage for this Reunited team. They do sound barrier, both teams on the way in, everyone very healthy right now as they exchange damage. Bloodless so far. Here comes Fraggy on that Nana ults. He comes in. Fraggy takes on Morte in the backline. Really nice to be able to bully him out of there. It is 6v4 right now in this fight. Kib does have his Dragon Blade ready, but he might be better off saving it. Just not in the best position to deal with the threats that are in front of him. A nice deflect there, but Zappas takes on Voltage as well. It's a full reset. A nice hold for Ninjas in Pyjamas as Fraggy is already back up at his Earth Shatter. He's looking for more damage. Look at this forward position they're taking. It is kind of gutsy, but they did deny earlier spawn, so this is exactly where they can hold if they so choose. And it looks like this is the hill they're going to die on. Giant Fire Strike comes through into that Graviton, and a charge in as well. That Graviton absolutely cleaning up. But this has been a position all day between these two teams. That the Graviton comes in from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They get a nice cleanup, but look at all these ultimates now up for Reunited. They've got game-winning ultimates, and they're going to need it with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Here comes that Graviton. Where's the follow-up? The follow-up is right with the Nano Boost. Kib does come in, takes down Kinnel. Transcendence coming in from Reunited, keeping everyone nice and healthy as Kib tries to get some more kills in the back line. He does get just one right there, 86%, but it is 5v4 right now. Sorry, 6v4 for Reunited. So they continue to clean up. Some stall on the card from Seta is going to be nice enough to maybe get his team back in here. I don't think they're going to be able to stall it out. No, they are not. Kib's also making sure that they cannot by just throwing shurikens there. They're definitely getting this next point. Yellow box of victory just around the bend. It is all up to Ninjas in Pyjamas to defend this here. Luckily, they've got Fraggy, the man with the plan, and the hammer ready to go. He's got the Earth Shatter at the ready, but Winghaven knows this. He knows the timing. Fraggy already discorded. They cannot give up any grounds. Soundwave comes in from NIP to keep everyone nice and healthy. Winghaven knows what's on the line here, trying to keep that shield up as often as possible. No openings yet for Earth Shatter, but they are keeping them back. They've got to get near this card. Here comes the Transcendence. Earth Shatter comes into Transcendence, does not get much done. A charge comes and takes on Unfixed Fraggy with a kill early on Kib. Trying to bring it back though. Kib's get one kill. He's onto a Ana-boosted tank, not the best idea. Mafu barely lives, takes down Kib though, but Balotaja and Cruz continue to clean up. They're turning it in their favor. Cruz with 2 kills in this fight. Lucio turning the tides, and that is, this time, I'm certain, a good game in GG's. Reunited taking out Ninjas in Pyjamas. 3-0. Check out the play of the game here.
Play of the match.
Yeah, this is Graviton into Holog. Graviton into Holog is disgusting. Holog does a lot of damage. A lot of people forget that because they're usually just pushed too far away to take the whole damage, but oh my god. Welp. It does appear right now in the most recent check that Dignitas is still having ISP issues. They do have an engineer that's supposed to be coming there to fix their ISP issues. As a team, I believe they're in Los Angeles at the moment. But it's, for the moment, I think we're just going to call it and say that that is unlikely to happen. However, make sure that you're following GosuTV_Overwatch or GosuGamers to make sure that if we do go live again, that we will be bringing you that set. But they just scheduled, I think, to go live in 30 minutes. And if the engineer hasn't even been there yet, I would imagine that it is going to be at the very least delayed and very likely canceled and or forfeited or rescheduled. So that is going to be, for the moment, our broadcast for the day, but please do follow the channel. Follow me right there, and that is on Twitter. That's Hexagrams, and I'll let you know if I'm going to be casting some more today, but that is our single set for today, as Dignitas still experiencing some issues. Reunited looking really, really strong. They might have the answer to this triple tank or quad tank that we saw today that's been giving so many teams some problems. Volatage's Tracer continues to be extremely impressive, and right now, I think the biggest difference was their focus, just being able to take down Himsy in every fight. When a team's running 4 tanks, you got to think, what is their weakness? Well, they're not going to have the damage output. Well, Roadhog's a really good damage output. Well, then let's kill him first. That seemed to be their plan. Their positioning superiority shown through today as well. Congrats to Reunited in their 3-0 But that's it. That's it for the cast. Make sure you're following. If we do go live in 2 hours, that's going to be Team Dignitas making sure that their internet is back up. So, yeah, I'm getting absolute confirmation now that the engineer won't be there for another couple hours. So the set will not start today. We'll probably reschedule. The whole area apparently is affected. So thank you, Numlocked, the 3G Express. It's kind of ironic that the 3G Express is giving me updates on how their internet is working. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I, of course, am Hexagrams. This was the Lenovo Cup. I'm going to play an ad on our way out. Make sure you're following us, and we will see you on GosuTV_Overwatch very, very soon. Make sure to tune in for the weeklies. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.